My name is Dili, and I've completed my master 2012, and after that I joined the school for almost 4 years, and with a passion of setting up a coffee shop plus trying to create a culture to our society, I started the coffee shop, and this is my 8 years now. I'm married, I have 2 kids, and so far, with this journey, I'm content with what I'm doing. There's nothing much with my childhood memories. I still remember when I was in my class 10, a friend of mine has RX 100, and he started to learn how to ride. And one afternoon it was a little kind of funny because that was the time when we were trying to give our metric exam, and somehow I think we all are bored studying the whole day. So out of nowhere he says, "Chal, let's go for a ride." And that was in our village, and we say okay. And knowing the fact that he was not well versed with riding, he took us like a short ride. As we turned, all of us were outside of the bike, because I think he put too much of an accelerator, the bike just jumped up. But lucky enough that we don't have any accident as such. And I think that was my first experience, like something thrilling with the bike. And when I was doing my training with my coffee, that was in Bodh Gaya, and that was the first time I tried a Royal Enfield. And I was like, wow, I mean, this feeling is very different. But again, knowing the fact that with my economy status, I'm not very in a position to buy one. But ever since I came back from Bodh Gaya after my training, I was like full on, I really want to get a bike. And if you remember, that was the time I first contacted you about getting a second-hand bike. And I think 2016 was the year I first got my bike. No, 2015. And yeah, ever since, my connection with the bike is different. And slowly I started to experience new things. And a lot of bikers will have the same feeling and same things with me as well, and I'm sure they will be okay with me as well. When you are too much worn out with work, when you are so much under pressure, when you're really not in your regular mood, I think the best time for you to relax is when you take out for a short ride. And the moment you are out, whether you are with your friends or even if you're on a solo ride, I think you get that refreshed, you have been pushed up again, and then as you come back home or as you come back to your workplace, everything is fresh. So I think until now my experiences with biking is so thrilling and so interesting. I would say the ride to Tawang, and probably because that's my longest or my first ride outside of the state. And short ride like one day or same day coming back, that I have been experienced already. But our ride to Tawang was something new to me. Very long journey, not just the long journey, but the kind of experience on the way, on the hotel, fooding, everything was a good experience for me. Yeah, and it's more of like an eye-opening for me as a real biker. With me, of course, we have few do's and don'ts when we started to ride. But personally for me, I think it's always important not to ride too fast, because you never know what is happening from the other end. Even if you are very comfortable yourself riding fast, but again, too fast bikes or too fast motion, anything can happen, anything can react as you collapse or as you meet together. So I think first thing first, you should ride not too fast but on a regular pace. And one thing is, I think very, very important for any bikers, you should never drink and ride. I think that's a very, very big no to all the bikers because as a biker, you don't have much safety, even if you put on your gears. Unlike the cars where you have like protection of this, we don't have that in the bike. So I would say like to all the bikers, it's a big no to drinking and riding. Besides that, I think we had a few experience when we go out as a group biking, when you stay too close with your friends. So maintaining that distance as you ride out with your club member or with your friends, that's also important, because again, you never know what is happening in front of you or behind you. So maintaining that distance can also save a lot to any kind of incident. I think there are many other factors, but for me, those three are very, very important as you ride out. As a club, no. They did local ride, so they tour the Nagaland state. But one of my dream spot or the dream place would be the coastal area, because most time we ride on the hilly areas. We have been to few places like that, but I have never ever experienced on the coastal areas. So that would be one of my bucket list as a biker. And of course, I miss out going to Leh Ladakh, but I think that is not coming very, very soon. But the next plan, yes, I would want to go to the coastal areas. 2018-19 was a very good experience for me. I still remember the first time I had a major breakdown was when we were on a trip to Sikkim. Not just one, but a couple of times. And the most funniest part was when we reached Dimapur and on our way back to Kohima, probably because of my bike, the whole member have to stay back, and we reach around 4 in the morning when we're supposed to reach by 11 or 10 like that. But that was a good experience for me, and that's like a major, major breakdown. Literally, my headlight go down, and of course the bike can start, but there's no light in my bike. So two of our friends have to, on their light from both the side, and then lucky enough that I could manage to reach. Yes, I'm part of the Royal Sons. I think it's almost 9 years now. Yeah. So we have not too many members, very less member, but closely needed and closely related. I mean, now that we are more than a family, more than friends, we know each other very well. So not just biking, but it becomes as a part of our journey in our life. Yes. Not so far. I think the only thing that I remember was going up to the Hornbill ride. I think that was in 2019 or 18. I'm not very sure, but that's one only major event that I've experienced. I mean, of course, I really want to join the Northeast Bikers Meet, but with the work that I am engaged right now, with family, with businesses, I think I'm not in a position right now, but definitely I'm looking forward for attending such a big event as well. I think one simple fact would be riding out together. Of course, when you meet in a cafe as a bikers, that's a different thing, but as you ride out, stay in a small stall, enjoying the tea together or food together, that give you a very different experience. And like I say, just meeting, it's a different thing. But when you ride out, and especially when you ride out, you get to know the person very well, the inside out of that particular person. So I think for me, individually, for me to stay connected with the bikers would be riding out together. And maybe not just with the club, but with different group or with the different members, with different club. I think going out would be a good experience. I still remember, I mean, we started with the morning breakfast run, Nagaland morning breakfast run. And such small gathering or event like that, you start to meet a different person. And one common thing about the bikers that I've seen, they are very generous and they're very open-minded people. I mean, almost all the bikers that I've met, I've come across, they're very good at heart. So they may look at tough with their gears and with their looks, but when you meet them, when you spend time with them, it's a different person. So unless you ride out like that, you will not know very well with your community. So I would encourage people to just spend your time, take out your time, ride out together with different people, and then you'll experience different nature with good heart. First thing first, I think we need to have our gears. Number one, from our bike itself, because as it is, the bike does not come with the late guard, this guard, that guard. So if you can invest a little to the bike, put up the safety measure on your bike, number one. Number two, as a rider, I think you need to keep a helmet. That's compulsory. I remember once my friend was saying that you don't have two heads. So you really need to have a helmet. So anytime, whenever you are riding a bike, as you get out of your room, I think you always need to carry the helmet with you. Besides that, I still remember on our ride to Sikkim, I would have a major injury on my body, but because of the gears, it has helped me a lot. We have the knee guard and we have the riding jacket that has protected me so much. Else, if I didn't have any gear as such, I think I would have badly injured. As a person, I also have a problem with my anger. And honestly saying, when you are like so much in anger, you have nobody to share, and it's not very appropriate to share anyone. One particular discipline that I tried to maintain was riding out. I mean, even for a short distance, it just chilled you down. So that's one of the challenges I would say that I can always overcome when I'm out with the bike. It becomes like, you are alone in the entire world, and you started to ease down to all that anger. So
Give you relief.
yes, very, very much. Yeah, and as you come back, you're very relaxed, very relieved. Of course, it may have in your thought, but the same anger is not there. I think that's very important. A lot of time, especially when you're in a club, a lot of obligation is there as well. We have make this plan, you have to go every day. I mean, not every day, but every week or once in a month. Or we have to go for a long ride. So such plans are there. But again, when you are so much into biking, because again, like you said, we have family obligations are there, work obligations are there. I think it shouldn't be your priority. You always should know what is your priority. I think the first priority is taking care of your family. Number two is your work. So I think if you can plan accordingly, let's say there's not much of work at home, or if you're as a business person, if it is a little slow season, or maybe if there are people to take care of the business, then I think that's the time we can ride it out. Because whenever you are out for a ride, I want to make sure that I don't have anything behind me, having that tension of what is going to happen with my family, what is going to happen in my workplace. So I don't want to keep that inside me as I ride out. So I want to first give the priority to my family and to work. And if everything is going to be settled down, of course, there are some sudden, urgent, emergency work come out, or things happen which we cannot, predict or foresee it. But leaving that aside, I think besides the two priority is the biking. I bought this Meteor, Royal Enfield Meteor 350. I think that was in the year 2020. And lucky enough, I was the first person or first buyer from Kohima. I bought it because a few of my friends recommended it. They have tried it and they said it's really nice. So just before that, I was using the uh, Himalayan. The reason why I shifted to Meteor is also it's like very comfortable, and I think so far or until now with Royal Enfield is one of the best cruising bike. So far I'm enjoying it because probably I have not gone to off-road. So most of the time my commute is within the town, and here whenever I go out it's always on a good road. So when you're riding a bike, a lot of the Indian roads or even in Nagaland, it is you who is taking the bike around. It's not the bike who is taking you around, you know. But with this Meteor, it's very comfortable, you know, like the bike just takes you wherever you want to go. So for now, I'm very comfortable. And even if I want to hit in highways or coastal areas, I think I would still prefer with this Meteor. A lot of my friends are suggesting me to go for the Himalayan, the new Himalayan. But I'm still having a second thought because my daily use is within the town. And like I said, the next plan that I have is the coastal area. Unless I plan to go to hilly areas or to an off-road, I think I will not buy another one right now. Very comfortable with my Meteor and I'm loving it. And I think this is one of the bike that has not given me any problems so far. It's my 4 years now, still very smooth and very comfortable. It's encouraging to see young people, you know, getting into biking these days. And I'm not so sure what's the reason behind. Probably because the economy status is getting better in our society. Or maybe the old folks or the old rider, they are an example to the young bikers. Or maybe because of their basic needs, they're buying it. But if you have to compare, a lot of bikers are coming up, especially young bikers. Some maybe because they want to impress their friends or to their relationship with boyfriend or girlfriend like that. But there are some genuine rider that I could see, and slowly it's picking up. And one thing, I think it could be also because of the better services or the service that the different companies are providing. I mean, not too long ago, the Royal Enfield has come up, the Hero showroom has come up. So few showrooms like this, plus as they give a good servicing, I think that can also add more to the new bikers. My opinion and my advice to the new bikers would be, as you started your new journey with your new loved ones, and I still remember, you know, like one of a very old biker says, "My girlfriend is my bike," you know. So when you go out with your bike or as you get your new girlfriend, I want to say this, you should love your bike. Meaning, I think we should not exploit ourselves because we have a bike. So like we talked about, you know, riding out earlier. If you have a bike and if you failed to be with your family, if you fail to do your duty because you have a bike, and especially for the new riders, as you get a bike, if you stop going to your classes, if you're out with your friends, if you're out with your girlfriend here and there, and if you fail to do what is your priority, I think that will be a biggest mistake and that'll be the biggest fault in your life. So even if you get one, make sure that you should know how to use it and when to use it. And besides that, like I said earlier, I think this should be a part of us as a biker. And whenever you feel like, you know, relaxing, you feel like rejuvenating, you feel like refreshing, I think that's the time when you need to use your bike. Of course, more importantly, because as we living in a very middle class, using your bike as your commode, using for your daily needs is very important. And of course, if you have money, even if you're rich enough, you can just keep separately for riding out and all that. But when you look around, I think most bikers are, using it both for your luxury plus your basic needs. So which is also very, very important. So I want to encourage our young people, like I said earlier, let's make use of our bike. Let's not abuse it. And let's also make sure that whenever we ride out, we always put on our safety measure so that, our ride, your ride, my ride will not bring a hindrance or a tears to our family. But let's make sure that we do something with our ride so that we bring happiness and smile to our family and to our friends. I think one thing that I've noticed recently, or not recently, but it's been over the years, especially the young riders, as in who have just got a bike and who started to ride a bike. Honestly speaking, when I bought my bike 2015, I would want to put a very loud noise and I want to show off to the people that I have a Royal Enfield. But I think that's very, very stupid. Because when you sit and listen to the sound and noise of the bike, sometimes it's so irritating as well. So to our new bikers and to the young people, I think let's be modest with our biking as well. You don't have to create a problem. You don't have to be a problem to the neighbor or to the next people who is around you. So we don't have to give that much of accelerator showing off to the people that, okay, this is my bike, I'm riding out, I'm coming back, I'm going up there, So we need to be modest and we need to be, careful with the next people, our neighbor as well.